Hi there, I'm Dave Swanson. I'm with the HassleFreeBarbellclub, one of the assistant coaches, and I'm here with StrengthSessions.
All right. And we're here with Coach Paul. Uncle Paul, how you doing?
Doing all right.
All right. I want to let you guys eat your food, and then I guess we'll we'll cover some questions. And we got, you gonna introduce yourself?
Coach Jason over here.
All right. So, no, we're not going to film eating. We're going to do an interview after they're done eating. Just talk about weightlifting. We'll talk about the Hassle-Free America's team up in Colorado.
Yeah, this is what a personalized bag of chips should look like. I don't understand. Like this, this is real business here.
I'm on the paleo.
That's the paleo pack? All right. Wasn't Dave gonna go? Dave was gonna go what? Almond bread.
Yeah, they didn't have it here though.
Almond bread.
We're really upset. We're gonna have to call Mr. Pickles headquarters.
We're going to go
request almond flour bread for the paleo folks out there.
All right. So wait, StrengthSessions did start off with I was with Don Whiteman and John and all those guys with the Health Strength. And we would eat and just talk about training. And I think Paul's going to get on the platform this year. Are you making a little comeback or what?
Come back doing what?
Come back to the platform.
We got kids.
Lift some weights.
Our kids have a chance to be pretty good. So.
All right. Wait, Paul's getting married too this year. Congratulations, Paul. Right there. That's pretty big. Yeah. Congratulations. All right. All right. So we're talking about a big year. Back in
2010, I think. Fun year for our clubs. It's just so one of the first kids we had, Donovan before, he's at the OTC, and then his classmate, Keelan Mackey, was also at the OTC. Those are good weights in high school, but I got to Sac High their sophomore year, so they lifted better weights after high school. So I got to go to Colorado, but my first class of kids that I started as incoming freshman, by the time 2006, by the time 2010 came around, was fun to see because they were probably the most accomplished for the high school level. We had 5 guys who had made a Pan Am team, made a World Championship team, and 15 and under, 17 and under, and whatnot. So when you're in a PE class and there's 5 guys that are snatching 100 kilos or clean and jerking 130 kilos.
Savang was there.
So Savang,
Alex Lee,
Keelan. No, Keelan was gone already. So Savang, Alex Lee, Trayvon Johnson, who actually beat Savang every year for first 3 years of high school. Clinton Johnson, who was our running back, and Randall Sampson, who should have been still lifting weights, and then Cal Saley. Cal Saley was probably better than all those guys. But it's tough. Kind of our model that we talk about is we want to try and get kids as good as they can possibly be when they're 18, so that when they transition to college, they have an opportunity to go somewhere stable. Whether it's the OlympicTrainingCenter or whether it's Cal Strength had a program. We've never had a kid go to Cal Strength, but a program like that in Louisiana.
So what do you mean the program at Cal Strength?
So like all those guys that I just named off, Alex Lee, Clinton Johnson, Randall Sampson, Trayvon Johnson, Saving, they all graduated high school and then go to college, right? So you go to college, not on scholarship to play football or not on scholarship to lift weights. It's impossible to continue to be a competitive weightlifter.
We're talking about the program is funding how.
Right. I'm talking about coming from the background that they don't have, 2 parents at home that are really,
Don't have that other support system.
They're on their own. Yeah. They don't want to they got to fucking work, and they don't have time to train all the time, right? So all the success that we've had with our kids, are the kids that make it to Colorado Springs. So we've had, Donovan in Colorado Springs, Alex Lee went to Colorado Springs, Keelan Mackey went to Colorado Springs. D'Angelo Osorio's there now having a lot of success. Choma should be out there, but she's fine. She's on scholarship at Cal, so she doesn't have to work 40 hours a week. She can train. You know what I mean? Ian Wilson's different. He's got 2 parents at home. He's got an older sister who went to UC Davis. You know, he doesn't have to work. He can train. His parents can pay tuition or they can pay rent. You know, so these are the kids that I have coming out of my weight room. They don't have that. So like, if they graduate high school and they're not on scholarship somewhere to do something, yeah, they just stay at work. Save Bang, I saw him, you know, a few nights ago. He's working 50 hours a week, you know, doing demolition, construction. He's got to pay bills. Pay bills. He's not going to college. So it's unfortunate. But when those kids were all seniors in high school, that was the first year we went to the Arnold Classic. I mean, for a high school team, our kids were really, really good. You know, Clinton was doing 120 and 150 as a 77-85. Brandell was doing 130, 160 as a 94, 105. Alex Lee was doing 135, 175 as a super heavyweight. Sabang was going to the world championship. Sabang was on 7 continents in 9 months, you know, representing our country. Those guys were good, you know, for high school. Not like, you know, not national level, international level, beyond that. But for high school, for one high school PE class, you walk into 4th period and all those kids are in there together. It's like,
it's gotta be pretty exciting.
It's fun,
yeah.
Right? So it's like, you know, paid to teach PE, but it's really just weightlifting practice.
Yeah.
So how'd you go about getting the clearance and the support of the school to start doing weightlifting, Olympic weightlifting in the PE class and start kind of developing HassleFree in the high school?
So I mean, I'm pretty fortunate. There was a very specific sequence of events. So I kind of sought out Sac specifically because it was a charter school. So a charter school, there's flexibility. Flexibility within the curriculum, flexibility within, you know, it's just different. It's not your traditional public school. So the reason I came here was Doug Cosby, who was my head coach at Menlo. He was offense coordinator at Cal Berkeley for a number of years. Coached under Bill Walsh at Stanford. Played tight end for the Cowboys for 10 years. 3-time Pro Bowl. So he's like my mentor. He kind of got me started into coaching, both lifting and football. Not lifting, but like strength and conditioning. And he took the job at Sac High on the condition that I would come up with him and help start a strength and conditioning program. Not a weightlifting program, but a strength and conditioning program. And so he came with a lot of clout and a lot of leverage.
Yeah, how did they get him?
You know, so his wife is from Sacramento. And so he kind of retired. He's done coaching big time college football. He's always had a really strong interest in working in the inner city.
You had to get a coach like that. That's
yeah. So
that's
he came,
a once in a lifetime.
Yeah, and he came in and he had, you know, certain conditions that needed to be met, and the administration had full confidence in him. Therefore, they had full confidence in me. And I came in young and, you know, full of energy and like just let's make weightlifting happen. And you know, spent all the money I had. It's crazy.
You bought all those weights like that?
All the weights, yeah.
You bought all those weights in there?
So I invested in
wow. Nice.
20 full sets of weights. Bars, bumpers, platforms, racks, shoes. You know, like $100,000 worth of stuff. And
with all his savings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I got there and then, you know, kind of the administration kind of had full support for him, so they had full support for me. And the easy part was that it's a different demographic in Sac High. It's the inner city. It's, you know, low socioeconomic development. But the thing is, the kids don't leave. They don't go on vacation, right? There's no ski week, right? You know, like I didn't even know what ski week was until, you know, some schools they take a week off. You know, so it's like they never left.
Yeah.
So
they're always around the neighborhood.
There.
Yeah.
So. And I was always there because I was still competitive at the time myself, and I was gung-ho. So I'm in the weight room 7 days a week, and so the kids are in there 7 days a week. And really, the success stems from the talent. I mean, I didn't really do much outside of, you know, demonstrate, teach, and then just give them access.
Yeah,
So those kids were lifting 7 days a week. We have really, really, really talented kids training 7 days a week up to maximum all the time not because it's a serious training environment, but because that's what's fun, especially when you're doing it with all your friends and you're
They want to see what they can do.
Yeah, and they don't know. They're 15 years old, so they, you know, they train, we call it, the Bulgarian style, so to speak, where they're just going heavy all the time.
They don't have to like, oh, this is a training style. It's fun.
Yeah, we're lifting. How much can you lift today? And so when you have kids that are really, really talented doing that, I mean, success is just what's going to happen. You know what I mean? So that's how I got started. So we had a couple kids with a lot of success. And then Donovan was kind of special for a number of reasons. Yes, he was really good. Other kids were really good too. Keelan was really, really good. Donovan kind of had a special story, and so he's a foster kid, crack baby, grew up in inner city. Like the odds of that kid making it and gaining acceptance into a UC school, he got into UC Davis, are like impossible. Like odds are, I don't know, 1.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah. So because he was such an awesome kid, he was team captain in football, he had to take the bus an hour and a half to get to school every day. He was really articulate, really intelligent, really mature kid who happened to be this phenomenal athlete. He kind of had a special relationship with the principal at the time. The principal at the time was PK Diffenbaugh, who is actually his adopted father now. That's his dad. So the principal took a special interest in this kid, and this kid was having all this kind of success. So then, I benefited from the fact that he gave me the green light to pursue it and do more, and
develop the program more.
Yeah. So now when you go to the principal and you say, hey, this kid's got to miss 10 days of school right before finals because he's going to the Pan Am Games in May in Lima, Peru, it's like, okay, no problem, and then we'll support them. And success begets success, and it started to be cool, and because it was the coolest kids doing it. It wasn't, I think that's a big part of it. Like, Donovan was the middle linebacker on the football team captain, and he was dominating the football field. So he was the cool kid. Like, and even more than that, Keelan was really. I think Keelan is the one who kind of made it happen, because Keelan was 6'3", dreadlocks, just absolutely genetically just shredded. Tattoos and everything. He was the running back. He was the hardest hitter, the fastest runner. Like, he was the best player.
Yeah.
And so they saw Keelan in there lifting, and more so than that, Keelan had a bit of an edge to him. So Keelan was lifting weights, and he was lifting weights heavy because he wanted to be a good football player. Not only did he want to be a good football player, he wanted to have a good football team. So he was like the enforcer. Like,
he was like the internal leader.
Well, if you weren't coming to practice, he was going to punch you in the face. He was going to knock you out. Like, literally. And so he was kind of the catalyst to get.
That's what you call motivation.
Yeah.
So I get punching in the face.
So the biggest thing, Keelan Mackey was like the big stud running back, and Clinton Johnson was the kid who wanted to be the star running back. He was a sophomore. He was like the hardest worker. He was your traditional gym rat, high school, in the weight room guy, like 24/7 all the time. You know what I mean? And so he wanted to be better than Keelan. But now he didn't, like, usually that guy shows up on a high school campus and he outworks everybody, and he's just better because, high school kids don't necessarily train that hard. But now he's 2 years younger, and this guy in front of him is also training all the time. Like, this kid's busting his ass as much as he can. He's snatching 100 kilos, which there's not a lot of high school kids in the country that snatch 100 kilos. But he's snatching 100 kilos with the starting running back in front of him, snatching 130. It's like, it just changes the paradigm. And
those kids get to see what's possible. Like, those big weights can't move. Like, exactly those weights.
And I think, not to ramble on, but you're asking me how we got started and kind of what springboarded the success. So there were a lot of factors that contributed. So Donovan, Keelan being the star running back, the principal having a lot of support for us. But the other big thing is, Sacramento's got a long history of Olympic weightlifting, specifically at Sac State under Bill Kutzer, who had a big program. They won a lot of national championships, collegiate level, and he was there for like 20 years. Specifically, so they shut down that program in like the spring of 2005, summer 2005, fall, that year. And then so these weren't the best weightlifters in the world, right? But they were college age guys, 20 to 24 years old, looking for, so that their weight room shut down, right? So you think about it, maybe you're not, into working out as much as you are now, but like when you were 22 and you were working out every day and now you have no access to a weight room, like,
You're going crazy.
You're doing whatever you got to get to a weight room, like, and you don't want to pay a gym membership or, you know, like I gotta lift weights.
Yeah, you're rolling up your mattress in the back.
That's why
doing
like all athletes
Yeah.
at some point they're like, man, I don't want to have to pay to work out.
Right.
It's like that mentality. It's like,
And especially when you're in college, when you have free access to this weight room every day.
Yeah, and you don't have money anyway.
And now the door is shut, it's like, what do you do?
Yeah.
So conveniently, Sac High opened its doors. Right when I got here was right when they shut down. So like my first summer on campus, there were like 20 Sac State lifters coming in to work out every day. And you know, they weren't doing American records, but they were doing 80 kilos, 90 kilos, 100 kilos, 120 kilos, like every day, which when you're a 14-year-old freshman and you can barely get the bar, you're like, these guys look like the biggest, strongest.
Yeah, like giants.
Yeah, like
that's good to see.
you see Ben Claridad, you know, who's just super buff.
He has arms as big as your
and
thigh.
smoking 100 kilo snatches. You think he's the strongest man on earth. Now Ben's really, really good, and with good technique, and good speed, and good power. The kids seeing that every day, they're like, you know, that helped. That was huge. That was huge because it gave it some legitimacy.
I think ours.
It wasn't just Coach Doherty crazy, right? Yeah. And so at that time, our weight room was in the basketball gym, right by the football locker room. Not where it is now. Our weight room now is awesome. But so what happened was I would go from football practice to weightlifting practice because I was coaching a lot of Sac State guys, and the kids would leave the locker room to exit the gym, and they would walk right by the weight room. So every single day they left football practice. The weight room was just, it was popping. It was dull. You know, because these guys were like, you know, 22 years old lifting like weights. And then, you know, so that kind of got the whole ball rolling. You talked about Garce. So Garce was a kid, so my brother's older than I am. He had his program going earlier than I did, but he had a kid, like his first really accomplished lifter past high school was David Garcia. So we had a lot of kids like me, JC Tiongson, Christian Kalumi, Mel Tiongson, kids who were really, really good in high school. But then once they got to 18, once they graduated, you know, they got to go to work. You know, they're not going to college, or if they're going to college, they got to work.
Was he at Lincoln High School then?
Is that Lincoln High School?
Where he started?
That's where Garth started. Yeah.
Okay. Where did your brother start?
Well, he started at Sacred Heart.
Sacred Heart.
His first year coaching weightlifting.
Sacred Heart here in Sacramento.
No, Sacred Heart.
So that's a small ass little private school.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So we went to Sacred Heart
Okay.
in San Francisco. And then my brother graduated from Davis early to come back and help coach my football team. So my senior year in high school, I was 18, he was 23, he's 5 years older than I am. He had just graduated, I was 17, he was 22, I should say. He had graduated to come back and start in the weight room. So he started in the weight room there. And perfect example of what I just talked about. What we were doing was a little extreme, a little excessive, we wanted to lift heavy weights, a lot of platforms, and the administration didn't really support it. You know what I mean? So it's, you know, you walk, if you don't know, you walk into a weightlifting weight room and there's weights crashing all over the place. Like if you don't know, and you're a school administrator bound by liability.
You're freaking out.
Yeah, clearly, and that's understandable. And I didn't understand it at the time, and I had all sorts of negative emotions and whatnot. But it's like, okay, so it didn't happen at Sacred Heart. So I went over to Lincoln High School, where the head football coach was a former coach of ours at Sacred Heart. Again, had full support of the school administration. So thereby, you know.
So you were coaching at Lincoln too?
No, my brother.
Your brother went to Lincoln.
I went to college.
Okay.
Right.
And your brother went to.
So then my brother was so my brother went from coaching at Sacred Heart where I was to Lincoln High School where Coach Phil Frigno was. Phil Frigno was my quarterback's coach at Sacred Heart. Ended up getting the head job at Lincoln High School. Brought Kevin with them, and that's kind of where the HassleFree. So the HassleFree Barbell Club used to be the Irish weightlifting club.
Okay.
At Sacred Heart. And then you know we went over there, and then it was going to be like the Mustang weightlifting club or whatever. But we kind of had our thoughts back in the day, like, okay, well you're at this high school. I'm going to find a job at another high school. We'll have this big weightlifting team. So let's call it something, you know, separate. Yeah. So we had his best friend at the time, best man at his wedding, a guy Dan Mahoney, owned the company HassleFree Moving and Hauling, and so he kicked us down like $500 for the first time. We took like 12 kids to LA for the Nationals in a minivan, like one of these crazy weightlifting trips, right? So he kicked down a few $100. So we said we adopted the name HassleFree, and.
So wait, your brother also started, he learned to lift from Jim Schmitz?
Yeah, so again.
How did he get into it?
Well, again, football is kind of at the centerpiece. Like, so he was playing football at Davis, UC Davis. And, you know, and he liked lifting weights. I mean, he was, you know, in the weight room doing the bench press, parallel squat, you know, box jump, bicep curl, tricep, you know. back and buys chest and tries routine. And he noticed that all the best football players at Davis were also all the best. My brother. He noticed that all the best football players were also all the best lifters. They were all really good at doing cleans, really good at doing squats. I'm like, where are all these guys coming from? And they're all coming from De La Salle High School. So De La Salle High School, you know, for 25 years, 30 years, up until today, still the #1 football program, high school in the country. So it's like, okay, this is what the #1 high school in the country is doing. They're doing snatches and cleans and jerks because they had a strength coach there at the time, Mike Velasquez, who's now the strength coach at Cal. Bob Lattiser, who was the head coach there, played at San Jose State. He was into doing front squats and hang cleans and that.
How long has he been at Cal for?
Velasquez?
Yeah.
15 years. But he was at De La Salle for a while.
Yeah.
So here is a head football coach who's got the #1 high school football team in the country, who's a proponent of doing front squats and hang cleans on the Olympic list. So like that's what we want to do, right? So Kevin, remember I'm still in high school. So Kevin goes to a weightlifting coaches course or something, like trying to find him. So he actually goes down south to San Diego where Tony Ciarelli and his wife Stephanie Ciarelli, they were doing weightlifting in the high school. Big track and field coaches. They had a USAW level 1 coach course, whatever. He went down there, learned how to do snatches, learned how to do cleans, got certified. And when the guy found out where he was from, so he's from San Francisco, you got to go find Jim Schmitz. Right? Jim Schmitz coached the U.S. Olympic team 3 times, like whatever. So my brother went, sought out Jim Schmitz, started working out, loved it, fell in love with it, got me hooked. And then pretty soon I didn't want to play football anymore. I just wanted to lift weights. And so that's where I kind of learned how to lift. Just from Jim, how to program, how to, you know, I didn't get a lot of time with Jim, but I got enough to keep learning. Yeah, to keep going. So then I went off to college, and I was at Menlo College, playing football, playing basketball.
Still doing snatches
and clean jerks, and enjoying that a lot more. Because, you know, a lot of kids, you play high school football and it's like the best experience of your life, and you hope to duplicate that in college. It's not the case. You know, college football is totally different. And I had a blast playing college football, but it's just not the same. And so I was also doing this weightlifting thing, liking it a lot, having, you know, some kind of success because, you know, level of competition is like 0. And so I just kind of split off and just doing the lifts. And so that was it.
What position did you play in basketball?
So I went to college as a quarterback.
Corner?
Quarter. So that's where I met Doug Doherty. Had a great. He was the head coach, the offensive coordinator, and quarterbacks coach. I had a great relationship with him. And then, as is typical in college, head coaches leave, right? So he left. So then there was a new head coach. I got moved to defense. Everything was different. So you know what I mean? So it's like that's what I'm saying. It's not like high school. So I had a chance to play a little bit of free safety. You know, I didn't play much, but I played enough to you know, have fun and have a good experience on a couple of good teams. And then you know, when I was done, and then just got into lifting weights full time. And then you know, everybody you get the ball, right? You all know, right?
Yeah. We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
You started lifting. Every day now.
You just get addicted.
I mean, I remember doing power cleans in high school and football, and I played at junior college here football. I know our lifting program was pretty silly. All it was pull-ups, bench, and snatch, which is, you think football, it's like, that's interesting. But we did a lot of snatching, but I didn't like it then. I hated it then. This was at ARC under Hayflick, yeah, which was a great coach. I love that guy. Yeah, so recently just getting back into it a little bit. Actually got some coaching from Matt Zeta. And ever since then, it's just kind of like, oh, okay, now I feel, you know, once you feel the movement and it starts to feel right, it's just like, holy crap, you get addicted.
So that's an interesting point you brought up. So I have no idea what it's like at ARC, but I've had a lot of kids go to ARC to play football. And what it's like at ARC is it's a strength and conditioning program.
Yeah.
Right? So you're on your feet, moving station to station probably, doing light weights for a number of reps. Not really familiar with the movement, not getting a lot of coaching.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So what we do in high school is I treat it like our strength and conditioning program is basically a competitive weightlifting program. So the kids are learning how to do full lifts with weightlifting shoes on, sitting down on the benches in between sets, learning how to do it right. As much as they struggle, right? Getting a kid to do an overhead squat and then full snatch, like they'll struggle a lot more initially, but once it'll click a lot faster. So then they'll be able to have a lot more success, and they have a lot more success than, you know, obviously everybody. So it's not really a strength and conditioning regimen. It's a weightlifting regimen, but that has far more success because the kids get a lot stronger. Yeah, because they're doing.
Well, they're athletic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
an athletic man.
They're not doing sets of 5 for power snatch. They're maxing out for a single repetition with a hook grip, with chalk, with shoes, in a singlet. How much can I snatch?
I have a friend. I've been trying to get my clients to watch weightlifting, and then, you know, they'll watch like heavyweights and like Rosdon. It's like the guy just looks fat, nasty. And I'm like, yeah, but you have to understand, he can still box jump. He can still, like, he's an extremely athletic guy. Just because he's like this big kind of blob of like moving, it's like he's that big because he's moving 400 pounds over his head. But they're very athletic movements, so they do carry over really well. As weird as I thought it was, that they are. I mean, even though we didn't have the best offensive coaching, our defense was really strong, kind of carried us, but it actually ended up working really well. By the end of the season, we could kind of see, okay, like we were all in really good shape. We didn't have many injuries, because we were going through full range of motion with your shoulders, you know, full range of motion into your overhead squat, so it makes sense why football teams, particularly football, should adopt more of weightlifting.
So, I mean, CrossFit's a big thing now. CrossFit's a very, you know, commercialized product, I would say, right? So you could just not sell to a high school program, but it's like, here's a blueprint, this is what you do, and it's easy to kind of it just kind of comes out of the box, so to speak, right? Which is good, but unfortunate in the sense that you're not really learning how to do full lifts, heavy, and whatnot. But it's better, I mean, it's better than alternative. But if you talk about trying to get your clients, or trying to get kids into lifting weights, you got to be. There are plenty of different European weightlifting athletes out there. You can pull up pictures of
Volkov,
or Galvin Boevsky, or, you know, Dimas, or
Dimas,
I mean, like these guys that look like them, can move like that.
So you're just trying to get them like, I can build muscles and
this is what Simone Kolecki looks like. You know, this is what Volkov looks like. And for the girls, same way. So my brother's had a lot of success with the girls, because he's got a bunch of, you know, the population over there is basically Asian, or Chinese and Filipino. He's got a bunch of tiny little Asian girls who are lifting pretty good weights, who are in really good shape, because they're running track and they're lifting weights and they work out all the time. And you don't sell them on weightlifting by showing them pictures of Shane Hammond. As impressive as Shane Hammond is, like it's just not what you use. You know what I mean? You know, like back when we were getting started, like Tara Knott won a gold medal in 2000. Like 38-kilo white girl from the suburbs who played soccer her whole life. You know, clean and jerking 105 kilos, like, and looking great guy. Good for America. Good, you know, good lifters, good athletes that are moving heavyweights.
Very cool. So we're in the car on the way over here, kind of talking about. I just forgot the athlete's name. He's coached by his father.
Oh,
you work with him. And, yeah. So how's that?
Because I know Kevin coaches him, and then he's also helped by his dad, but then you also help him out too.
Yeah. So
he gets like he's like, I mean, basically we have a whole team.
Yeah. So Ian is phenomenally talented. You know, we have 5 athletes on our team who have, I would say, a pretty good shot of making the Olympic team in 2016, and he's one of them. And so he started when he was young, you know, 12 years old, lifting weights because his dad had lifted weights, right? So that's how most kids get into lifting weights in this country. Their parents lifted weights, so they introduce them to the sport. It's not the most popular thing on earth, right? So his dad introduced him to lifting weights, but his dad kind of recognized the value of training in a team atmosphere. You know, the biggest component of the Bulgarian system was, you know, they did this together as a team all the time. In the U.S., a lot of times it's a guy by himself in his garage, or the only kid at the high school in the gym late, you know. it's not a real team atmosphere. So that's something I really adopted with Hassle-Free. Like we go to the national championships, we're bringing everybody. I don't care if you snatch 40 kilos or 140 kilos. You're on the team and we're winning. And you're part of the national team because nobody sits on the bench. Everybody gets 6 attempts, whether you're scoring points or not, or whether you're snatching 140 or snatching 40. Everybody gets 6 attempts. So it's like the playing time is the same, which is great. So it's like the great team selling point. So his dad was really looking for that. So he went, he found Jim Schmitz, he found Butch Curry, and and as good as those environments were, it was adults. You know what I mean? It's guys, it's adults, men and women lifting weights. And he was really looking for a place where high school, his son's age, 12, 13, 14. So Jim Schmitz told him about Lincoln High School. They lived in Berkeley. So they went over to Lincoln High School a little bit. Saw that there were 100 kids lifting weights and snatching the plates, like, kind of like struck gold, right? And so he registered on our team. He's been on the HassleFreeBarbellclub his whole life. But, the environment at Lincoln High School, same as Sac High, it's not, it's crazy, right? You see a weight room in there, it's great, there's 20 platforms, but when there's 60 kids going on 20 platforms, like, you better know where to go, when to go, how to go. And so he worked out at Lincoln High School a few times and spent most of his time lifting weights at home with his dad and whatnot. And then, but then when we would go to meets, he was always one of the guys. He was always one of the kids on our team. And obviously, ended up being really, really good. So it's hard not to like. You know what I mean? And so he had a lot of fun with our kids. And he kind of came in at the same time that we had all these kids that were lifting pretty good weights. And so, when we see him at meets, like Kevin and I try to help him as much as we can. Pick attempts and count weights and count attempts for him, but he's kind of independent. His dad helps him a little bit, but he's mostly on his own, you know what I mean? And, but they're helping.